Hello everyone. Here, Elaine, your financial freedom coach. Actually, your financial coach, helping you develop your financial freedom and, get out of debt and all that kind of stuff. And staying on the topics of the season, because now this each year the season starts earlier, so I'm sure you're getting ready to start shopping. So today I want to give you 5 tips to avoid going broke over the holidays, which is very important. Number one tip. Well, first of all, let's just wait a minute or two. If you don't know me, my name is Elaine, and you'll see me on all social media as Ellie Mae. That is my nickname. And after I tell you the things I'm going to tell you today, listen, do not throw the phone at me. I always tell you that. Do not throw the phone at me. But this is very important. We as a financial coach, we sit with people and we give them advice on how to either, save money or find ways to plan for the future. Budgeting is very important. And now that the holiday season is here, and now that stores and websites are putting sales of like Black Friday is from October, you don't have to wait till, you know, after Thanksgiving to shop. I know some of you all are shopping already, but I don't want you to go broke doing so, right? So I'm going to give you 5 uh, key tips that are going to help you avoid going broke shopping for the holidays. Number one, I kind of mentioned already, you got to have a budget. And there's different ways of making a budget. It could be a budget per person. Like if let's say you have 10 nieces and nephews, well, you could write down their name and how much you want to spend on each one, right? That's kind of a good idea. Or if you're doing it per family, or if you just telling yourself, this season, I am not going to spend more than X amount of money overall, right? But I like the idea of doing it per person, right? Um, because it's easier to, let's say, for instance, if it's a 10-year-old and you already say, well, for this 10-year-old, I'm not spending more than $15. It's easier to do that way instead of having a whole big budget of $500 and then you have to be pinching here and there, right? So that's the number one tip, right? Have a budget, but not only having a budget, and I'm talking to you because I know you're good with budgeting or you're always attempting budgeting, but you fall off, right? You fall off. But not only having a budget is important, but sticking to it. Well, what's the point of going on a diet and not sticking to it? You're not gonna be successful. With the same with the shopping and spending for over the season, over the holidays. So you're gonna make a budget, and you let me know if that works for you, if per person or per family or in overall you don't want to spend more than $1,000 over the season in gifts. You let me know. I want you to tell me in the comments, after you do your shopping, which one works best for you. For me, if I like better having a budget per person and sticking to it, right? Number two, like I alluded to it a little bit, make a list, right? You know how they say make a list and check it twice? Sometimes we get caught up buying gifts for people that we barely know or we barely see, or, you know, maybe don't have much feelings towards them. You know, I am the kind that I like to give gifts anytime. I don't have to wait for the season. I was raised like that. If I want to give somebody a gift, okay, fine. But since you are shopping not only for your family and your friends, maybe coworkers or your sisters in Christ or whichever way, you have to make a list and check it twice that you're not purchasing for people that are not close to you, because gift giving, it comes from the heart. So if you don't like this person or you don't like this coworker or whatever, why are you giving them a gift? It might sound rough or rude, but really, because we are working on budgeting, we are working on your finances, so we can't just be spending freely willy just like that, right? Number three, you have to look out for the sales, right? Especially now from October to all the way till Christmas time, for the holiday season. Every website, store, everybody has sales, right? So When I say sales, I'm not saying, well, you're gonna buy it here because it's a dollar less. No, you're gonna, because you have a list and you know how much you're gonna spend, you're actually gonna make a conscious decision and do your research instead of paying $200 here, if that's how much you're gonna spend for this particular thing, somebody else might have it for 150. So you have to, do that little research, right? Another um tip, and here's what I say, listen to me. Do not throw the phone at me. We have to avoid that impulse buying. Listen, I raise my hand. Listen, I've been guilty of that in my, younger years. You see something, you like it, you want it, you think this person should have it, or even for yourself, and you just buy it without considering how much it costs, without considering if you can afford it, because, we flash our credit card. But um, that impulse buying is where it gets most of us in trouble, right? So now, I know you didn't throw the phone, but just in case, I have to warn you, right? And tip number 5, consider giving um, homemade gifts, right? And maybe you are not talented to make things like some of the people that I know, that they make baskets, or, all kinds of things. People that can knit. I mean, it'll be good for you to support a home business or a small business that makes gifts, or have gift idea. Not only will you save, not only will you support, put money back in the community into the small business, right? And the goal is to give with your heart. So the cost of the gift is not the important thing, is that you're giving with your heart. And most likely something, if you know the person good enough, something that they would like. So like if you know this particular person, they like I have a friend, she likes all kind of socks, right? Well, find somewhere a small business or somebody that either knit socks or do socks, or there's a sale of socks, you know, because you want to give not only from your heart, but you want the person to appreciate your gift. Because sometimes we get caught up just buying stuff, not even studying or researching if this person they will appreciate the gift, but are they going to use it? Are they going to like it? Now you've got to spend $100 for something that's going to sit on a table for a whole year. Okay, so before I go, let's recap. To avoid overspending over the holidays, 5 tips. Number 1, you're going to make a budget, whether it's per person, per whatever, per store, however you want to make it. But make sure after you do it, you let me know in the comments, or after you work on it, which one you agree on or which one you like the best, right? Number 2, then you're going to make a list and you're going to check it twice, right? You might have a list of 50 people, and then you start checking, like, something, I don't even know where this person is, so I'm not gonna research to know where they at, or this particular coworker. Well, I'm not putting words in your mouth. I'm just saying, right? Number 3, you want to shop for sales. It's very important. You're going to shop for sales. There's nothing wrong in looking for bargains, right? Because it's your budget, it's your pocket, right? Number 4, you want to avoid impulse buying. Even if you know that's what you want, and you buy it, and then you go home and then you realize somebody else had it for less. That's part of impulse buying. Impulse buying is not only buying things you don't need. Sometimes impulse buying is like, buying something, especially things like, there's all over the place. They have TVs all over the place. There's radios, or if the people still use radios or whatever, all over the place. So if you see it here in this particular store, well, who goes to stores anymore? Website or whatever, right? But if you see it here, use a little bit of discipline and do that research, right? And number 5, consider using homemade, or giving homemade gifts from small businesses that they do, baskets or whatever, trinkets. Trust me, there's a lot of talented people out there. It could be paintings, whatever, but it's a double edge. You're working on your budget and saving from spending so much money, and you're putting money in the pocket of a small business person in your community. Well, anyway, that's all I wanted to tell you today. I wanted to speak about that because I know as we are diving into the holidays, it's a frenzy, people spending all kind of money, and then comes January, and then, here it is. Like I tell you, as a financial coach, when I sit with people, they always want to start saving, but they always say after the holidays. But if we use that discipline or we exercise that discipline with budgeting, right, and sticking to it, it'll be so much easier to even start before the holidays, either saving or investing, or, we could put you in touch with our financial coach, or financial investment coach or investment advisor, right? But also we can help you start saving and start 2025 on the right foot. But anyway, see you tomorrow. Bye for now.